The third aspect of infirmities is moral weakness. We know from the scriptures that Jesus experienced temptations that are common to men and women, which means that he knows how thoughts enter our minds, even when they're completely unwanted, and how those thoughts can work upon our emotions to entice us to act in ways that we know we shouldn't. And he knows how persistent those things can be as an influence on us, that in some ways, some of these temptations never really go away. Remember that the tempter, when he started his ministry, tempted him to kind of deny his identity as the Son of God. And then we see that same temptation showing up in his final hours of his life. So he knows that there are some temptations that just never really go away. No matter how definitive and emphatic we are that they need to leave us alone, they they don't, and he knows what that feels like. It was C.S. Lewis that observed that because Jesus was tempted in all ways that we are, but never having succumbed, um, that's part of what makes him who he is. C.S. Lewis said that no man knows how bad he is until he's tried very hard to be good. And a silly idea is current that good people do not know what temptation means, that you've have to have had some experiences doing wrong before you can really appreciate what it means to do right. There's some truth in that, but it's also true that someone who is tempted in all things and never succumbs knows very much what it means to be good. Um, Only those who try to resist temptation know how strong it is, and Christ, because he was the only man, this is C.S. Lewis again, who never yielded to temptation, is also the only man who knows to the full what temptation means. So, what does this mean for us? I think it means that in terms of our moral weakness, areas where we struggle, where we're tempted, and where we fall short, it means that Jesus knows what that feels like. And he knows how we can draw strength to resist because he did it. He knows that we can pray and ask for help and it will come. And if you think about the three ways that our infirmities work upon us, our mortal condition, the exhaustion that comes as we exercise and use our mortal bodies, and then the moral weakness that comes as we succumb to temptation, Jesus knows what it's all about. It was Paul that made the observation. He says, we have a high priest which can not be touched with the feeling of our infirmities, but was in all points tempted like as we are, yet without sin.